Hello Ukulele Saz, welcome back to another video. This week it's all about how to strum with style. A question so many people ask me is, Sarah, how do I get better at strumming? How can I strum more naturally? How can I make up my own strumming patterns? And the truth is, there's lots and lots of different ways you can do it. So today I'm going to share with you what my process is that I've been doing since I was a teenager and adapted over the years. There's going to be a combination of rhythm and groove and feel and how to put those two things together. And then we're going to look at two different examples of songs that I've used in previous tutorials and really look at what the process is and how to build those strumming patterns as well. So I do hope you enjoy this. If you like it, give me a little like, you can leave me a comment, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you would like all of the lesson materials and resources that go along with this video, as well as all of my other lesson materials and resources, you can check out my BuyMeACoffee page at Ukulele Saz and check out the different membership tiers available there too. First question is, what is rhythm? I ask my students this question all of the time and people really struggle to give me a definitive answer. Now, when it comes to music, rhythm really is the repeated structure or pattern of a song. It's something that we play over and over again. And that's really it. It's really just a pattern that is repeated. Another thing that is really important to know is your on and off beats. Your on beats are your numbers, so your 1, 2, 3, 4, and your off beats are your up strums a lot of the time, and your and, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Typically 1 and 3 are a little bit stronger, 2 and 4 are slightly weaker, but those ands are your off beats. And the last one is groove. So what actually does the word groove mean? Now there's lots and lots of actual definitions, but in music, musicians say they tend to find their groove when they can really feel the music and enjoy just strumming along to their heart's content, and it starts to come quite naturally. And the groove is where we want to find. We want to find that place where we reach our groove and we really enjoy just strumming away. So what is my process in learning a song, and why is that important when it comes to finding your groove and strumming with style? Well, in music we break things down into counts of 3 or 4 or 6 or 5, whichever our time signature is. But for today we're going to stick to 4/4 because that is what most songs in Western music use, is 4 beats in the bar. My process when I was younger, I had to really dig deep into my memories and how I used to do this, because it is something that I've been doing since I taught myself the guitar, I know, bad word, when I was about 12 years old. I used to just naturally feel music. I was very, very lucky, but I was also exposed to a lot of music when I was younger. So what I used to do is I would have my dad's old chord book with all of the songs, and the chords would be written above it. And I knew straight away it was quite difficult to actually play. So what I used to do, to break it down very briefly, is I would feel the beat of the song. So I'm hitting my cajon drum. I would find the flow. Okay, that's my flow. And then I would look at the chords. Okay, so we've got an A minor. Okay, and then we've got a G. And then I would get used to just playing those chords back and forth. And then eventually I would build it up. I would practice it a few times before to get used to the changes. Now of course that didn't come like that straight away, there was a few little steps in between. So let's go through that together. Let's go through the process step by step with something nice and easy. So here you can see a few different chords that we are going to play. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is tap along or clap along, tap your ukulele, nod your head, and just feel the groove. Normally what you'll do is you'll put this on with the song and find where the beat is of the song. So we've got this, okay. This is our bass line, this is our very first step and the most important step. We need to get this bit right. Okay, the next part is feeling those moves. We really need to get our chord changes right here. So, let's have a little look. We've got C, we've got C, we've got F, and we've got G. Each is a count of 4. So, what we're going to start with is just 1 strum per chord. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, and. C, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. F, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, and again. C, 2, 3, and then F, and then G. There we go. We spend a bit of time on that, really focusing on our chord changes. The second step is once we've got the chord change, we've got the progression, we know it's C, C, F, G, that's in here a little bit. Then we're going to bring the strumming up a level just so that we can feel the tempo a little bit more and feel how fast that rhythm actually does play. So we'll do that again, but this time we're going to do 4 strums. So we've got C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, then F, 2, 3, then G. Okay, then we're going to do it with down up strumming. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and one more time. C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, then we change to F, G. Okay, so you don't have to always do the steps in those order, but the most important one is getting the chord changes and realising where they fall. In this case, the chord changes fall right on the number 1. So C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4. So it is fairly simple, this one. We also want to get comfortable with the down up strumming, and we want to get very comfortable saying out loud 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, because you're physically doing the movement, you're feeling it with the beat, and you're also really exposing yourself to hearing that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it means when you do start to have a bit more fun with it, that's already in the back of your head, that count. And that's essentially where we want to put it. We want that count of 4 just to sit at the back of our head, ticking away, without us really having to think about it. That's the thing, when people start out, the last thing they want to do is count, they just want to play and feel the music. But if you do spend a little bit of extra time on that as a beginner, eventually that goes to the back of your head and it's something that just automatically happens, and it really just allows you to get on with things and build up your little creative rhythmic groove from there. The last little step of that is actually making some adaptations to it. So rather than 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, which is what I'm going to start on, all I'm going to do here is add some grooves. So that might mean I'm going to take out some strums or add some strums. Still going strong, but we're still playing along to the beat, but I was adding in some extra strums. Now, you might think, but how do I do that? This is where your feel comes in, and you have to just go where the music takes you. What you normally do is you listen back to the song and you think, what is the rhythm of the song? What is the thing that I can hear? Is it a riff that repeats? Is the guitar playing a nice strumming pattern where it goes ding 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 ding? Whatever that is, really try and isolate that. Try and tap along, so try and keep your metronome going, and then see if you can add in whatever that rhythm is. Try and tap it, try it slow, and then the most important thing with your rhythm is just to do that on 1 strum only. So, sorry, 1 chord only. So we'll pick an A minor. Let's say you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and. Say it out loud, keep it going, build that muscle memory. And when it feels comfortable, try a different chord. Nice and slow changes, not every beat, bar. And then eventually you can just like that. The most important thing is you know where your chord changes fall within the count of 4. you really felt that, and then you spent a little bit of time strumming the rhythm separately, building it up on one chord and then putting it together. When you start to do this, it starts to become automated and you'll actually do it for every single song that you learn. I do this for every song that I learn. Anytime I do a new song with my jam group, the very first thing I do is put on the song, feel the tempo, feel the beat, look at the chord changes and think, okay, how often am I changing between these chords? But again, we really need to go through that first, because we can know and feel where the chord changes fall. It then just gives us that solid foundation to bring in our strumming. Okay, example 1. This is from the song Dammit by Blink-182. The reason I chose this song is it's that lovely chord progression we all know and love so well. It's the 1, 5, 6, 4. So in this case we're playing C, G, A minor and F. It repeats throughout the song, and also the rhythms in this song are so glaringly obvious to listen to. So if you do need to pause this and stick the song on to listen to, I suggest you do that now. Okay, so let's look at the first step. So we've got our groove. So let's say this is us along with my foot metronome. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we've got our chords. We've got C, we've got G, A minor and F. One strum. 1, 2, 3 and C, G, 1, 2, 3, then A minor and then F. Okay, then again C and then a G and then an A minor, back to an F. Okay, let's do 4 strums. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. How's the muscle memory here? Do we know this yet? C and G and then A minor. And then when we're really comfortable, we start adding in the up strums. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. G and then an A minor, then an F. End on C. Okay, so that's the kind of main flow of the song. We've found the tempo. We've actually found a little bit of groove there as well, but it sounds a little bit too happy and fluffy for this song. When you listen to this song, the first thing you hear is the... So, that repeats throughout the song. So, how would you clap that? If someone went clap the rhythm of that. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay. Da 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 da. Don't worry about the counting right now, but you know that you can hear. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Sing it along. Da 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 da. C da 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 da. G da da da. A minor and F. Then I think, okay, how will I strum this? So. Okay, so let's try that on a C, and I'm just going to alternate down and up strums. Down, up, down, up, down. Or I could do down, down, up, down, giving us a wee bit more of a flow. I think I'll go with that. Down, down, up, down. Down, na, na, na. Okay, we've got the groove, we've got that, so let's play that again and again. Okay, now I'm going to add the chords in. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, down. One more time. Down, down, up, down, down, up. Okay. Of course, you break this down how you like. You can start with one strum. You really might spend a bit of time practicing that strumming pattern over and over. You might play it extra slow. The most important thing, breaking it down, finding your count, playing the rhythm separately, bringing it all in together. And again, it does take time. Be patient with yourself and trust the process. Okay, the chorus of this song's slightly different. It goes da-na-na, it happened once again. Da-na-na-na-na-na. It's quite a repetitive motion. So actually the down up might be quite a good consistent strumming pattern here, but we want to add a little bit of punch to it. So instead of just, which again sounds fluffy, we're going to really punch out that first beat. You like with that. You can change it up, you can try different things, experiment. You've already got your core when the chord changes fall, so have a bit of fun trying things, changing things around. Don't be too strict on yourself because it is fun after all. Let's have a little look now at something a little bit trickier. Let's look at Just Like Heaven. Okay, so Just Like Heaven is definitely a little bit more challenging, so I'll show you this one in the 3 different steps. So step 1 is getting our chord. So we know we're going to use A. I've written E on the sheet, but it's an E sus4. Check out the video if you've not seen it already, it's a good one. B minor, and then D. So the tricky thing with this one is your E and your D chord come in on the 4 and. This is why it's really important to really know 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, because sometimes that little tiny change, that 4 and into the 1, is so subtle a lot of people might miss it, and when not everyone's playing it at the same time, you can hear that something's not quite right. So this is where your counting and your rhythm is actually super important. So A, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Say it out loud. So we've got A, down strums on the numbers 3 and 4 and up strums on the ands 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. So get that till it sounds good. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That one will probably take a little bit more time, but again, stick with it. My intermediate adult class have just done this song, so there's going to be a video of this too, which is going to be a reaction video to them and their progress over the 6 weeks learning this. So you'll get a little bit more of an insight as to how we've built up these strumming patterns too, so check that out. Next step is adding in that down up strumming, still counting out loud. So still bringing that E and D changes on the 4 and. We ready? So 1, 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's your next step. Some people might stick there because it might sound really nice, and in fact, even just hearing those chord changes fall slightly early just sounds really nice in itself. But what I've decided to do to add a little bit of groove is just take out a couple of the strums. I want to really ring clear those chord changes as soon as they happen. So rather than fill every 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and with a strum, when I play the chord, I'm going to do it on a down strum or an up and miss out the strum that comes immediately after. So I'll show you what I mean nice and slowly. So we start on A, 1 and... So we'll start nice and slowly and we'll do it on A. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and down, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, up, could also change that. You could do... I'm improvising, so... How you strum in between is entirely up to you. If you have your foundations right, if you know exactly when you're changing chords and have that ingrained in here, within your count of 4, that space in between is yours to have fun and experiment and play around with. And I'll be honest, you might be rotten at it at first, and that's okay. We've all got to start somewhere. You might still not get things in time at the beginning, but I do firmly believe that if you spend a little bit of time just really understanding the structure, knowing where the chord changes fall in a count of 4, this really gives you a lot of creative space to really work your magic, experiment, come up with your own arrangements of songs as well, and really bring the feel into it that bit more too. If you do strum by feel naturally, and you can do all of these things but you don't really know the numbers and the counting, my suggestion is to go and have a little look at it, because even just a basic knowledge of it can really elevate what you're already doing. And actually, when you put a bit of understanding to that feel and give it a bit of an explanation, it just gives you that platform to allow you to do even more. So that's it for today. As I said, if you did enjoy this and would like to see a little bit more of this kind of thing, you can check out my Buy Me a Coffee page where you can access all of my lesson materials and resources. If you do like the video, give it a little subscribe, a little like. I love any feedback that you guys give me as well. I love teaching ukulele. I love teaching technical things like this too. And if you'd like to see more of this type of thing, let me know in the comments below too. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you the next time.